get on here kind of before I start my own Christmas celebrations going forward. But I hope everybody's enjoying themselves. Maybe you got the day off, and we're looking forward to being with family tonight for Christmas Eve or for tomorrow. So it is December 24th, 2025 as I do this, and I'm kind of curious who's actually going to jump on this live, because I'm thinking to myself, who else is out there thinking about YouTube right now? And so I'm just kind of like, all right, we'll play it by ear and see what happens. But anyway, there's a lot of things coming up in the news. It's almost like they're throwing everything against the wall just because the end of the year is popping up and they want to close out. Then they want to close out the items, what's happening. And I'm curious to see if that's actually what's going on overall. But, we'll see from there. Let me just take a look at a few things going on. But who knows? Who, if that's the case, I get a lot of all the information I look at through the websites and the different channels I get to. Most of them said, hey, we're going to be closing down for the rest of the week, and they're going to be gone until either next Monday or even after the year. So, hey, Cicero Pete, man, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for jumping on here. I like that, man. You're always on here. I appreciate your support. Been watching some of your fishing videos and stuff you got going on, so congratulations on that fun stuff. But my one thing I wanted to tell you, though, Cicero Peep, was watch your music, though. Just be real careful with that, because some of that stuff, could come back and haunt you. There's some bad language in it. Let's put it that way. So just be careful. That's it. Content's great. All that stuff. So anyway, good. I'll go watch your new video on that one. Yeah. But yeah, all right. So let's get into it. I mean, if you're going to be following this, what's important to you in 2026, kind of what's going on. But did you notice that Vice President J.D. Vance had been, he's working out with the Marines. And obviously, I'm sorry, Navy SEALs. He's working out in the Navy SEALs. And we saw that going forward. And I just want to point out that the administration we got going on, not only is J.D. Vance, our vice president, able to work out with the Navy SEALs, but you got Robert Kennedy, he's doing chin-ups and everything. You got Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, doing PT as well. So, I mean, we got a pretty stacked administration going on with President Trump. Now, obviously, President Trump is a little bit older. Not as old, I think, as Joe Biden falling downstairs. But hey, at least they're staying active. So it's just something to watch. It's a lot of fun. But hey, Cookie, how you doing, buddy? Good. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate that. Thanks for being a supporter and for subscribing to the channel last time we were doing this. So let's go through a few things. Want to talk about Let's talk about one thing. The Trump administration busts over 100 illegal alien big rig drivers in California, which is kind of big. I was on the road not too long ago driving across country. You can watch those videos and the shorts and going through that. And, I saw obviously a ton of big rigs. Everywhere you looked, there was big rigs moving supplies around the country. And I'm thinking, how many of these people are either illegal immigrants or just not licensed or have something else going on. Maybe they're drinking or some other cognitive resource. But anyway, I'm getting off topic, but it's like the Trump administration is shutting this down. So the state of California and a few of the other states were giving out driver's license to people that really shouldn't even be here, for that matter. And looking at that, so Trump is buckling down, and we're seeing it. We're seeing to that point where it's like, all right, if you do not, or you should not be here, you shouldn't have a license, you certainly should be driving a huge big rig that's obviously killing multiple people across the country, you're going to be removed from the country. Sorry, I really am, but there's just so much activity going on. One small mistake and everybody can lose their life, and that's just not fair at all for a lot of different reasons. Going on in New York, speaking of being on the road, the New York School District, so this is the state of New York, one of the districts, they're shutting off the heat in the electric buses. I mean, who didn't see that one coming? But the same thing that runs the heater in midwinter in New York State powers the bus to be able to drive. So if you can't drive that bus to a certain point, hey, you can't heat it either. So all these kids are coming down and they're just freezing when they get home because the buses aren't heated. And what are you supposed to do? So the mandate was that all school buses in this district, this specific district in New York, was supposed to be electric by 2027. Well, unless the technology improves or gets better, we're not going to see a whole thing with this. And that's what we're running into right now. it's a huge problem. It's just a huge problem overall, and we'll see what happens. But anyway, Ducky Bay, good morning. Not sure if it's morning or where are you from? Where are you chatting from? Because right now it's where I'm from. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm wondering where you're at, and just give me the area. Don't tell me like exactly where you're at. But all right, so that's going on with the buses in New York. Pretty fun stuff happening there, and not far from New York, which is actually Massachusetts, bordering that. Massachusetts. This is the headline: Massachusetts mayor needs a translator because he can't speak English. Have you guys seen this? And this one right here. There's a mayor in Lawrence, Massachusetts, okay, which is northern Massachusetts. Don't forget, I grew up in New Hampshire, southern New Hampshire, so I know exactly where Lawrence is. It was 60% Hispanic in 2000. Now it's 82% Hispanic in 2020. So that's the census in 2020. Mayor de Pena was born in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, came to the United States, according to his website, in the early 80s. More than 40 years later, he still struggles with English, showing no interest in assimilating into American culture or language. Okay, so are we okay with this? With not being able to speak English? You've been here for 45 years. I've said the 80s, but 40 years, and you still can't speak English, and you're the mayor now? And that could be an overall problem, because you figure now everything has to be in that language if he goes on to the state or federal government too as well. So I'm having a kind of issue with this, but yeah, the town, it's not a small town, 90,000 people. So 90,000 residents are now living under a person that can't speak English. Let me know how you feel. Put that in the chat, put that in the comments too. So going for this, let's see. Okay. Humanoid robots will come in USA. So Ducky Bay, I'm trying to read into your whole thing. You're from Pakistan. Okay, so good. Thank you for being here for morning anyway. Okay, got it, but what about humanoid robots will come in the U.S.? Okay, I'm trying to read that, but what about them? I mean, we're certainly on the AI spectrum. I did one on character AI. If you want to watch one of the other videos that I did, please subscribe, like the channel, but look up one of the videos I did about character AI. And it's kind of a thing where people are getting lost into their own computers, even committing suicide because they get so lost and when they get shut down. So that was kind of the issue on that one. But humanoid robots, AI can be a little scary on that one. But Cicero Peep, yesterday I had Christmas at my house, so I got a body cam to record video. You got a body cam? That's cool. Dude, I want a body cam. That's pretty actual awesome. So anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing that one, Cicero Peep. But another point of news, outgoing DC police chief uses F-bombs on critics. Kind of classy for a DEI hire of Chief Pamela A. Smith. Curious where she's going to go next. Never a good idea if you're watching this. Never a good idea to leave a job no matter what happens, but to leave it in a bad way. If you follow college football, Diego Pava, the quarterback from Vanderbilt, who had a fantastic year, he didn't win the Heisman, and he just goes nuts, showing exactly what he was doing. So, all right, that was kind of an issue. But yeah, this whole thing, outgoing to the D.C. mayor, I mean, the police chief, she literally lied about statistics and made them up. Now, she'll say she didn't do it, but it's pretty obvious she did if you got forced out and did that. So, all right, so so going back to the chat here, when will humanoid robots will come casually everywhere? I'm US. I mean that. Everywhere. USA. Yeah, I don't know. As far as robots go, I mean, you watch the Terminator movies. I grew up on those. Yeah, it could definitely happen. Once they get smart, once they start realizing that, hey, they can possibly, outthink and outmaneuver and be robots, there's no telling what they could do. So yeah, are you worried about that? I mean, is that a worry thing that you are, Ducky Bay? Maybe I agree with you on that one, but Prosperity Lounge, welcome to the chat. We're watching a humanoid robot right now. Yeah, right. Anyway, welcome, buddy. Thanks for being there. I appreciate you jumping on there. Cicero Peep, I don't know why I kicked you out of the stream. I didn't change anything on my end, so sorry. But anyway, it's good to see Prosperity Lounge on here. If you haven't checked out Prosperity Lounge, they do a lot of great stuff with interviews for business owners, for people that are growing entrepreneurs, trying to get to the next level, pay off some old debt, do the whole thing, and just do well. So Anyway, check them out when you get the Prosperity Lounge, and all kinds of different things. A lot of news going on about that one. But anyway, I'm getting off topic, and I did want to bring up. So now we got a few people in the thing on here. Bad habit you have. Now, all right. So I do want to see what interesting stories do you want to see in 2026? What do you have going on where you're like, hey, this needs to be talked about more. I'm looking for more content, more ideas, that kind of thing. Because I still get my sources, but I can always add to it. And I really want to find out what viewers are wanting to talk about. What do you see as important that's not being reported? We've been doing this channel since March now, and it's kind of where we're starting to see stories that are now maturing. We did the Judge Dugan one. We had brought that back up in April of this year, I should say. And now she's finally sentenced, going to jail for 5 years and the fines and all that stuff. So it's kind of cool to see that what we're trying to actually accomplish between Truth Between Lines is look up stories that are important, but also follow them up later on too when they come to fruition. So that's what we're doing that with. And one other thing I wanted to talk about too quickly, because it's really a depressing thing, and I don't want to be like throwing out for this, but suicide bills. If you've been following that right now in Illinois and New York, they're passing laws to basically, if you want to commit suicide, you can. And there's a lot of things in there, who can, who can't. But I'm a little torn on this because I'm all for freedom of everything. Do what you want. If you're a grown adult, if you're over the age of 18 years old, legally adult, and mentally, facilitated capacity, you can do whatever you want. And if you do choose to do the horrible thing, which is commit suicide, I don't want to wish that on anybody, but at the same time, there's that kind of thing where it says, why can't you? Now, we can talk a lot more about that, and I don't want to be censored on this thing, but at the same time, it's like, all right, hey, that whole scenario is scary. It's frustrating. You hope people never get to that point. But my point is, I just want to see people be able to make decisions on their own and do what they want to without government interference. So let me know what you think about that. Put in the chat, put in the comments about the suicide bills that are coming across right now in Illinois and New York State. So there's so much going on like that. All right, so another chat here from Ducky Bay. Okay, I'm going to read this. Do you saw that news floating on internet, social media that China has made 5 exactly look like a humanoid robots having dead humans' memories? Wow. Their faces, body language. No, I have not. Thanks for bringing that up. I'm gonna take a look at that. That is crazy. No, I didn't know that. Humanoid robots in China. Okay, I'll look that one up. I don't know. Let me know if you know anything else about that. But yeah, that's if they're bringing up people's memories, how can they do that? That's some weird science AI stuff right there. Future, well, not even future, I guess, if they're doing it now. Wow, thanks for bringing that to my attention. I will look into that. Let's see, what else is going on? I had a bunch of news stuff. Oh, that was it on that one. Oh, talked about that already. And then too, if you notice too, President Donald Trump brought out the fact that they're tripling the amount of money up to $3,000 stipend that you can do. If you are here illegally and you want to volunteer to be deported, they will give you a ride home plus $3,000. So you get a free flight. That's pretty interesting. Either you can wait and you can be locked up and thrown out, or you can voluntarily do it. And I was reading this too, and so illegal aliens who sign up for self-deport through CBP Home app by the end of the year will receive $3,000 stipend in addition to a free flight home. Using the app also qualifies recipients for forgiveness of any civil fines or penalties failing to depart or penalties for failing to depart the country. 1.9 million illegal aliens have voluntarily self-deported right now. Tens of thousands have used the app, the Home program. So, $1.9 million. That's pretty crazy that many people have just decided to go and take the opportunity to go back home. A lot better than being arrested overall. All right, so going back to the chat here. Okay, how about Japanese robots that can carry babies? Prosperity Lounge, is that a thing? How about Japanese robots that can carry babies to conception? Is that real? I'm going to look up that too. Japanese. Then you wonder, why is that not happening here in America and happening other places? Japan, sure, they're highly technical, but so carry babies. I see a need for that. You know, if you're talking about contraception and trying to, you know, get pregnant and that kind of thing, if mom or women can't do it, you know, surrogate mothers. Anyway, you're throwing me off topic, but that's interesting. I want to read more about that too, for sure. So well, let's look into that one. All right, so the rest of this year is going to be pretty easy as we go along, and I'm looking forward to relaxing a little bit, but going a little deeper on this the YouTube channel if you're watching this one, but also we are also on Rumble, X, Facebook, Instagram, and True Social. Did I say X? And so we're on all those platforms as well. We're going to do a lot more with those, trying to get the numbers up there, but YouTube has been my primary focus behind this whole thing. I'm going to be changing the backdrop in the back as well. I'm going to be probably taking the bookshelf out. I've been using this for a while now. I think it's time for a change. I do try and, you know, move it around a little bit, but we're going to be doing that. And continue doing the same things. Now, I have a question for you. If you're watching the chat, if you see my videos in the past, or if you're here for the first time, please take a look at this. But, you know, I listen to all of the YouTube know-hows, all the gurus and ones that are saying, hey, you know, this is how you grow a channel. Always stick to your niche market, which I've tried to do. I get a little sidetracked sometimes because I want to bring up so many other topics. How much do you think niches are a exact way to build a YouTube channel? Let me know what you think. Put it in the chat, put it in the comments. Do you think sticking to your niche, or should we continue just reporting about everything and having side trips and doing interviews and that kind of thing as well? So let me know what you think about that one. I do want to have a focus, but at the same time, still bring joy, entertainment, value, whatever I can do, information going forward. And so we hit 400 subscribers. I think we're still sitting at 400 subscribers. If you're just tuning in now for the first time, please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. It helps us out a lot. I'm really trying to go forward with this. All right, Prosperity Lounge, dominate your niche, which is something you've certainly done. So yeah, okay. I will definitely take this and the information. So thank you for that one. But we hit 400, so we're good. We're good at that point. I wanted to hit 500 by the end of the year. Probably not going to happen unless I have a huge giant surge in the next 7 days. But hey, you know, it is what it is. We'll try and get 500 real quickly on that. That qualifies, obviously, if you're following the YouTube subscribers, that if you get 500 plus 3,000 watch hours, you get certain benefits and other stuff you can jump into too. So I don't even know exactly what those benefits are, but if you put a goal in front of me, that's what I want to do on that one. But let me know what you want to think, or what you want to see in 2026. What's happening there? Cicero Peep, my goal is to get 50 so I can live stream. Oh, is that right? I didn't know that was a thing. We're at 50. Okay. All right. Cicero Peep. So if you want to watch his videos, he's got a bunch on his fishing. He's got some dance videos. You're playing video games as well. I know Roblox was one of them, Call of Duty, COD. So yeah, I have been watching. I'll tell you that right now. But anyway, I'm glad you guys are here. And please like and subscribe and just do the whole thing if you don't mind. So hit it right now. But looking forward to 2026, looking forward to continuing this. Again, we started in March and this is where we're at. We're hoping to get stronger, get better. And now I've got kind of the kinks out, I think. I we get a little bit better. Certainly the technology and the equipment that I have are better. And just really trying to get through and push and move into this next chapter of my life. So if you're just following me for the first time, please again, like and subscribe. If you've been here forever, thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate it. Good constructive criticism on that one. And I'm reading the cut chats the last second. I'll sub. There you go. I'll sub Cicero Peep. Good. There you go, Cicero Peep. You got one more. And I haven't officially done it, but I'll do it later on. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting Truth Between Lines. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart and everybody who works around here. But we're looking for new things coming up. 2026 is going to be an amazing year, amazing growth mode for us. And stay well, and always remember to look for the truth between lines.